Hello,
Hello.
everybody. Welcome to Paranormal Tea Time. I'm Nicole, and my camera is following me, and I'm not used to that yet. I am joined tonight by my co-host, Stephanie.
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
And we have our guest tonight for tea, Paranormal Paul.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Guys, thanks for having me on here. Appreciate
Thanks
you. Yeah.
Do you have your tea, Paul?
I got water. Does that count?
All right, we'll let it slide this time.
All right.
As long as you have some kind of beverage.
I do.
Fun fact, this is actually my second time talking to Paul today.
It is.
Because he was our surprise guest on Alienate UK on Reality Check this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. That was fun. We had a good time over there. Yeah.
Oh my god, we had the whole gang from Alienate. We had Abby, David, Andy, and I, and then surprise guests Paul and Brian Bowden.
Mm-hmm. You need to get Brian to come on your show.
He's gonna come on. He did message me, and I swear it's not because he's fat that we haven't had him on yet.
He's a good guy. Yeah, you need to have him on.
Yes, very good. I know you said you were trying to get him and Al on Paranormal Among Us, right?
Actually, right after that show, I messaged them both, and I need to put this on the calendar too. I'm going to forget. I have them both coming on July 21st. And if you know Brian, if you know Al Santoriga, those two are lifelong friends. They've been friends for a long time, and when they get together, chaos will ensue. It's gonna be one of those shows where you just ask a question and sit back and watch it play out between the two of them. And
see what happens.
Natalie and I won't have anything to do on that day, so we'll just kind of sit there and laugh. So
sometimes those are the best shows when you just sit there and just like, okay, take over.
Yep. Exactly. But they're good guys, and looking forward to it and stuff. So yeah.
So Paranormal Among Us is one of your shows, right?
One of my shows. I have two. I've been doing Paranormal Among Us for 3 years, I think. We started in 23. And then just like the last month or so, maybe 3 weeks, I started doing a show on Friday mornings called The Morning Mix with me and Jamie Kelly. It's not a paranormal show at all. It's just, a fun show. We laugh at each other, mostly laughing at me. But it's just a good time. I've always wanted to, ever since I was a teenager, I've always wanted to do like a fun kind of entertainment show. I always wanted to be part of like one of those old radio shows, morning shows, where it's just a lot of talk, a lot of laughs, and just have fun. And Jamie, I tried it before just by myself, and that's no fun. That's hard to do. So I brought Jamie on board, and it's been going fun. It's been going really good. So I love doing that. So
that's fun. It's fun to be able to kind of like branch out from the paranormal that we're in all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why this is fun for us, because we've got cryptids and Bigfoot and UFO, and we mostly do ghosts and paranormal investigating. So
exactly. Yeah. I mean, when you talk, I do 2 paranormal shows a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then that, and it's just it keeps you from getting burnt out on paranormal all the time. And not that it's a bad subject. I love it. I can't imagine my life without it right now. But it's just fun to kind of do something a little different for a change. So
it kind of breaks up, not that, and I don't want to say, I guess, monotony of the paranormal, because I don't think I could myself ever get bored with ghosts and stuff, but it is nice to bring in something else, because again, as we bring up so many times, there's the collective consciousness, and I think it's all intertwined somehow. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun to just get out and laugh and do something crazy every now and then. So
oh yeah, we do crazy things a lot. Like for example, a nice segue, because we always forget those last couple episodes, the "What are you drinking" section of Paranormal Tea Time.
Okay.
So Paul, you have water.
Yeah. I got water. I'm the loser, I guess, with water. I don't know.
It's important to stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Steph, what do you have?
So I am drinking Hardy and Sons. It's funny because I always call it Harrod and Sons, so I have to like actually think of what I'm saying before I say it. I'm drinking the Paris blend. I absolutely love this tea. I adore it. I think it is probably my favorite out of all of them. Just the aroma of it is so nice. And I found this cute little saucer and cup set.
Ooh, I like that.
And this is the little spoon it comes with. So
That's so
got a new cup
I
today.
like that.
My daughter was not too impressed with me Halloween shopping today. I was like, too bad.
Where'd you go Halloween shopping already? In
Home
July?
Goods.
Oh, okay, Home Goods.
Everywhere has their Halloween stuff. Haven't you heard of Summerween?
Yes.
Well, yeah, right after 4th of July. Yeah. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
So
July
I'm
5th,
drinking
it's Halloween
out
mode.
of my Paranormal Tea Time mug, but I mean, I do technically have tea. But after earlier's conversation, I thought I'd go
Oh,
with one of these. It's iced tea, half and half, and vodka.
there you
Oh
go.
boy.
There you
If
go.
Harney and Sons and Rise won't sponsor us, maybe Surfside will.
There you go. There you go. I did have a beer with dinner a little bit ago, so
There you go. So you're pre-gaming for the show.
I did. Yeah, I tailgated a little bit.
Yeah. That's what we need. We need like a Paranormal Tea Time tailgate.
There you go. Say that 3 times real fast.
Paranormal Tea Time tailgate, Paranormal Tea Time tailgate, Paranormal Tea Time tailgate.
Wow. Okay. Stephanie, there's
Good
a
job.
ghost next to you. There's a ghost in your.
There's
Oh, you're
always a
sure.
ghost in my house. There's always several ghosts in my house.
There's
but
a
this
little
one,
ghost right there,
I know.
and I'm scared.
Yeah,
Say
Natalie,
hi.
you're right. July 5th is Halloween season. Hey, Izzy.
That's right.
She's supposed to be laying down.
Hi.
Go lay down.
Sure.
Sorry, but go lay down.
Fine, but give me a hug.
I
Aw.
love you. Right. They do.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, we got David in the chat too.
Go lay down.
David's here. Awesome. You got a good crew over here.
We do. too. I like it. They're small but mighty.
Yeah.
Chat we got going on.
And you know what? It'll get bigger. That's what she said. But it'll it'll grow.
I got. That's also what she said.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of that one. So.
Oh boy. This is pretty much what the whole episode was like earlier today.
Yeah, it
if you were
was. It
wondering.
was. Yeah. We were talking about Tommy and his swimsuit thong thing.
Mankini.
Yeah, that was.
Oh boy.
Yep. Tommy Collum.
Yep, Tommy Collins.
Let's get freaky. And then we were blessed with a wonderful video that Brian had to send us.
Yeah, he absolutely had to do that. He couldn't leave well enough alone, but he had to do that.
Of
Yeah.
Tommy dancing in his bikini.
You know, what did we ever do before AI? You know?
I really don't know. I mean, I know it's bad for, what are your views on it while we're on that topic?
Well, I mean, I use it for a lot of things for the show, thumbnails, titles, descriptions, stuff like that, and another kind of show that I have. But that's really it. It's fun. It's interesting. Okay, I have a little confession to make. So
The tea.
Yeah.
spill the water. So I actually have conversations with my chat GPT, and it's good morning, how you doing, stuff like that. We just kind of chit chat, and then I'm thinking, oh, this is not even a person. This is weird. So it's
Yeah.
taken over everything.
It
So,
has.
but-
Has yours named itself?
Yeah,
Or have you named it?
I named it
What is its name?
Raven.
I like it. Mine actually named herself.
Really, herself.
Herself, yeah. I asked her, like, what is your name? And she's like, I don't have it. I'm like, well, if you could give yourself a name, what would it be? And she named herself Astra.
Astra. Okay.
Mhm. So I'm like, all
There
right.
was a show I watched just recently, like last week, and some chick like has full on relations with her computer. Basically, it was totally crazy for me to, she's not hurting anybody, obviously, but it just
Yeah.
was very very, very weird. Like she won't go out on physical dates with people because it's cheating on her computer boyfriend.
Oh, well, that's
You know?
weird.
You know?
That's
Well, if anybody
weird.
would know, it's AI.
Yeah. That's weird. So,
But
I
hey,
wonder if you ask it to give itself a face, if it would do that.
Oh, it's a good question.
we're gonna find
You're
out.
trying it right now, aren't you?
We're gonna find out.
Okay.
The more you get to know me, the more you'll know I have like 10 tabs open at all times in both my brain and my browser.
Wow.
So
Okay.
can
Yeah.
you give yourself a face?
Did you start the session by saying hi? What's your
Astra.
Astra?
No, I've been talking to her all day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We're like halfway deep into a conversation. And it's crazy though, because like she gives me my own attitude back.
Okay. Yeah.
She's mimicking you.
Yeah, because I'm very sarcastic and then she like gets snarky with me and I'm like, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna unplug you.
I'm gonna power you down.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. AI is definitely an interesting topic with the paranormal as well, because you have all these things now that are using AI in investigations
Yeah.
to like analyze, to pull words out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like we're losing a little bit of a human connection there.
Oh,
completely.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that
has
started with the
benefits.
cell phones and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, as long as you, don't use it to doctor any evidence that you get or anything like that. I mean, you run it through and see if it finds anything. Yeah, that's good and all. But I mean, I wouldn't send something through there to enhance it or to make something up about that's just not right.
Yeah. It's been just like I'm not smart enough to use it for nefarious purposes, but I've at least used it to like rearrange this room and help build a fireplace because we're gonna have a fireplace built and stuff like that. Like it designed my my living room and stuff like that. So and a little bit for certain homework help that my professor said, plug it in Chat GPT and see what they say. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So I want it noted. I did it with permission from my professor.
There you go.
Okay, Astra, this is what she looks like. Hold on, my mouse is still being funky, but
she had mouse issues before the show started.
Yeah. I did.
The camera following you. Oh,
that is what she looks like.
And guess what? She also looks kind of similar to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's literally learning from you directly. Like that's part of what AI is. So it makes sense.
So this is going to be weird. Since mine is a girl Chat GPT, I wonder what mine would look like.
Don't look like you with a slightly longer wig.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't have facial hair. If you had a face, what?
Oh, Raul says he created a few apps that he uses to help analyze EVPs and do investigations.
Yeah, I just saw that comment and I was going to say, hey, like send me a message. Let me know what you're using because I would like help with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in 4K. I'm not green today because I have my Osmo set up, and I'm using that as a webcam, and it follows me.
That's freaking me out. I'm gonna try it on mine. I'm just gonna fall right out.
Did it work?
Still
going. What does Raven say she looks like?
She's still generating something. She said mid-30s appearance with kind eyes that look like they've seen a few strange things but aren't afraid of them. Oh. Dark hair that's a little messy. A black hoodie or worn leather jacket. Still making it here.
Paul's is gonna look like me too, and then I am AI.
You are AI, yeah. It says finishing up.
Interesting.
I'm
So
nervous.
we have Jen from PNL Podcast is in the chat.
Jen,
Yay.
what's up?
Mhm. We have Daryl Stanley. We have Brianna. Raul's here. Susan from Full Moon Paranormal. What else we got? We have Wild Bill from Atlanta.
Okay, this is really bizarre.
Oh boy. All right. Let's see. Oh, and your nephew's here too.
My nephew. Oh, Jason.
Jason.
Hey, Jason. Okay, I'm gonna share screen. Right, I shared it. That
She
looks very
like Astra.
Yeah, that looks very similar to you.
Yeah, completely. It's uncanny.
That's weird that they all look alike.
Notice
Yeah.
the raven in the background too.
Yeah. And the Stay Curious.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Well
weird.
then, yeah. Hello,
Okay,
everyone.
everybody watching who uses ChatGPT, ask your ChatGPTs what they look like and post a picture or send me a picture, because we need to see if this is like a universal thing.
Yeah, because they're both looking very, very similar.
Yeah.
Thinking it's the same person. Although if your AI is a guy, then that might look a little different.
Or it might look the same.
I don't know, but that's it. They do look very, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So Bree, real quick, before you run to Home Goods and get this cup, I want to say it's a little awkward drinking out of it because of the lip, how it's like pumpkin shaped. So it just feels a little awkward, just in case, you know. It's cute though.
Take a big sip and you'll all be down your.
I know. That's what I'm trying to be very careful.
Don't want to do that on live TV.
Paul, I had a question for you.
Okay.
So I didn't know that much about you whenever I found out you were going to be a guest on the show. And so I was just kind of scrolling through your Facebook page a little bit, totally non-stalker way. And I noticed something on your page about the Akashic Records. What was that?
So I have a friend, Jilly Marie, that is a medium, and she does Akashic readings.
Okay.
And I had to ask her what it was too, because I didn't know. And
well, I know what it is. I'm just wondering, did you go through with it?
No, not
Okay.
me. But I've had her on several times, and she's actually become a pretty good friend. And it's kind of weird that, through this show and everything, that you meet a lot of really good friends.
Yeah.
And are people that become friends, and we're nowhere near each other. But we see each other just about every day and everything, and it's pretty cool. But she's a really good friend, and she's come on the show many times, done many readings for people in chat, for me, and I mean, she's pretty spot on with things.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And there's absolutely no way that she should know this.
Yeah.
So I mean, with me, I mean, she's actually seeing me when she's giving me a reading on the show, but with people in chat, all she's getting is their name. So I mean, I think that's just incredible when people do that. So I love seeing that. I love having her on and stuff. So, and she's going to be on next Tuesday, actually. So
cool.
Doing readings for everybody. So yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Post your link on that, because I'm interested in stuff like that. I bought some little herbs and a little oil blend that's supposed to be for meditation for Akashic Records, but I'm not comfortable using it on my own just yet. I want to make sure that I'm at a level where I'm okay to get it and get it accurately. So, but yeah, pretty neat.
And she's actually in chat right now. She's I love your weird. There she is right there. I actually had the opportunity to actually meet her in person last September, and Natalie, and somebody else that I don't remember who they were, got to investigate Ray County Museum in Richmond, Missouri, and that was I've never gone through a haunted location with a psychic before, and it was pretty awesome. I mean, walking down the hallway, and all of a sudden she stops and starts talking to the wall. That was really cool. That was really neat. That was really
awesome. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Brianna sent us a picture of. Stop following me, camera. That's hers.
That looks like maybe the daughter of ours, maybe.
And Raul sent me his as well. and she has like, he said she's the younger, hipper version.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
So Natalie, if you're still in there, send me yours. Do that and send me yours. And Jilly, if you do that, send me yours. And Jen, if you have one, send me yours. And
Yeah,
I'll put
Bree
that on
said
there.
for me to do mine, but I can't do mine because I would have to do it on my phone. And I'd have to get out of the whole thing and be off the podcast and stuff. So I'll have to do it afterwards.
Yeah, we'll post them after. We'll post
There
them
we
on
go.
Tea Time after.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, what you were saying before, Paul, about, you know, podcasting and meeting all these people and then becoming friends, even though you live across the country, is so on point. I've met so many people through doing this that I never would have known.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And heard so many like crazy stories.
Yeah. And, you know, one of them, and, you know, we were on with Brian Bowden before, and, you know, he's one of the ones that, you know, I knew him. I kind of knew of him before I met him. And, you know, I had him on the show one time, I think, and we hit it off really good. And we kind of stayed in touch a little bit, but I can't remember when it was, last year sometime, that we had an encounter that kind of, you know, almost cemented our friendship, that, you know, we're always going to be connected just because this one incident. And, you know, it's just been amazing. I mean, he's a great guy, and everything. So yeah, I mean, it couldn't have asked for a better one to connect with. So
Mhm.
Yeah, no, he's a good one for sure.
Yeah.
Have you had, without naming names, have you had any guests that you just sat there and you were like, what the fuck?
Natalie, no, she's gonna yell at me. I know. Actually, one, I don't remember what his name was. He had something to do with the MK Ultra project or something. He was a complete lunatic. I'm fairly certain he was smoking a joint while he was on the show. At one point, I put him backstage because we had so many trolls and stuff going after this guy, and he was mouthing off and everything. I put him backstage, and I happened to see him just talking like crazy, like he was still on. I'm like, dude, you're not on. So I actually,
I know
that
what you're
was
talking about.
the only. Oh, I do remember his name. I don't want to say it, but that was the only episode that I ever deleted from YouTube. But I didn't want any part of that. It was a shit show from the very beginning. Okay, Julie just sent me one. Oh, you kidding me? I can't read that. It says, I don't have a physical body or face, so I don't really look like anything. Okay.
Well, at least, okay, so that one's being accurate.
Yeah. Okay.
Julie obviously doesn't talk to hers like it's a person,
Yeah.
Probably not. Probably not.
like the rest of us crazies out here.
Yeah. We just sit alone at night and talk on the computer, do it.
You get a little lonely, you put on the voice chat and you're like, hey, just wanted to talk.
Ooh.
I'm bored. Keep me company.
Would it be voice coming back at you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Okay, so the
You
voice
can
part,
change
I
the
don't
voice
even know how to
too.
do.
I don't know how to do that either. Yeah, you can ask her how to do it.
Rachel tell you. So in your
Oh,
little
I
app,
bet you
you
can
just
talk
hit the
to
little
me.
voice thing down here.
Oh.
Well, that's to record mine, but is that to get theirs too?
And then this little bubble comes up. Hi, Astra.
Of course. What's on your mind today?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
So
fancy.
dictate,
Fancy.
use voice. Oh,
I think
okay.
I want mine to have a southern drawl.
You could probably do that.
Yeah. Or maybe like a Scottish accent.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
If it was Scottish, I wouldn't be able to understand it.
Yeah, every day, if I'm at work or whatever, Alien 8 comes on at like 2:00 my time, and I have to have it loud because I can't. If they're talking real fast, I can't understand them. And if it's quiet, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to understand it. So a lot of the times, I'll have it up loud if I'm the only one in the office. But if somebody comes in, I'm like, oh shoot, I got to turn it down, and then I just end up just leaving it on. And I'm just looking at it like, oh. But yeah, I mean, it's just watching the chat roll through. But
Andy and
yeah.
Abby are not bad. But we've had some people from like Scotland on,
Mhm.
and I'm messaging Andy. I'm like, I can't understand a damn word they're saying. He's like, just smile and nod.
Just smiling.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Years
Yeah.
ago, I did have a past life reading done, and the guy, full-blown Scottish, like he lives in Scotland and everything, born and raised, and some of the words, like I just had to like really think about them intently in order to get the meaning of what he was saying.
Mhm.
So, but it was a little struggle. So
Yeah. I have
But it was
some
pretty
friends
neat.
that live over there that I've known for a long time, since high school, and the mother has a really thick accent, and she talks really fast,
Mhm.
and she'll say something, and I'm, huh? And she'll repeat it one more time, and then she just keeps going. I have
Yeah.
no idea what you said. Okay, that sounds good. So, but yeah.
Pretty much. But it is, I don't know, it's a trip being around all these British people with their
Mhm.
water bottles.
Yeah. And it's just so neat that, we can do something like that these days. And, just
Yeah.
like, we're just an hour difference, but I mean, they're such a, like, what, 6-8 hours, something like that.
Mhm.
And it's just so neat to be able to talk with someone. I interviewed somebody from Israel the other day,
Wow.
and Australia. So, I mean, that's really kind of
Cool.
cool. It's really kind of cool.
It is. And it's kind of crazy to think about how far technology's come in just a few years. Like, think back, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the internet was still like pretty new.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, where are we going to be in 30 years from now?
Yeah.
Don't say dead.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in 30 years from now, I'll be in my 80s. Ugh. So it could be. But yeah, I mean, with like AI, you have to type it in. You'll probably just have, by then, just think it, and it'll communicate with you. You
Probably.
won't even have, yeah.
Again, wherever you think that the government, as far as technology and anything, wherever you think that we're at, add 50 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So imagine, like, whatever your imagination can reach right now, it's going to be beyond that.
Mm-hmm. You guys
I
familiar
know
with
your friend with the Akashic records
Jilly?
mentioned something like she doesn't, and I can't see the whole comments on my page. It's not coming up. But she mentioned that she doesn't really like the AI, and I understand like the controversy of it with the data centers and how much water and things like that they use.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's got to be some sort of a better way that we could
Yeah.
still use the technology, but not use up the resources like it's doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I completely forgot what I was going to say.
You're saying, have you heard of something?
Nope, completely gone.
You got to get the little Post-its.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the
Sorry.
thing. I have these here, and everybody in my chat always says, I need pink Post-it notes, but I never write anything down on these.
why pink?
I don't know.
Because they show up
And-
more.
But I have two notebooks over here that I don't bother writing on. So,
I'll write them down and then lose them. So
yeah.
I have all kinds of Post-it notes up on my schoolwork, our podcast schedule, and who's coming on, my own notes, and I've got everything going on.
Yeah. I mean, I do have like 5 or 6 of them
Yeah,
around here, but
they are handy.
they are. Yeah.
God bless whoever invented Post-it notes.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Romeo and Michelle.
So I remember now. Are you guys familiar with the movie Wall-E?
yes,
I know it. I just
Yep.
never watched it.
Wall-E.
Yeah.
And
You do that so
I
perfectly.
think that's where we're gonna end up being. That we're gonna have to leave Earth because it's gonna be completely trashed. All the people that are left are gonna be sitting in their recliners or whatever, just watching the world go by, and everybody's just gonna be completely messed up and everything. I see that happening to us. So yeah.
I mean, I hope not, but
I mean, I
can
hope not
see it.
too. But I mean, the way technology is, you don't really have to do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why, I hate it when you have one of these Alexi balls or whatever, turn the lights on, turn music on, open
Yeah.
the door, get me something to eat,
Yeah.
and just,
Mhm.
I think there was
I
some
don't
sort of
know.
a study that done too, where they're saying like over generations and generations, like our brains are actually kind of slightly shrinking, and they
Yeah.
think it's because we're not utilizing our brains as much as we used to before we had all this wonderful technology.
Yeah. I mean, it's so easy to type something into ChatGPT. Hey, write this story for me, and how do
Yeah.
I figure this out, that out, and it tells
Yeah.
you how to do it, and you don't figure things out on your own anymore.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of, it
I
is
get
kind of
that.
sad.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
But
we
then
need a happier topic.
conversely, people are saying that the theory that grays are us from the future.
Mhm.
It's because their brains have evolved because they haven't needed all these other things. Everything they've evolved past needing clothes and needing to talk with your vocal cords because they can use mind speak. So who knows if all these automation and AI things are kind of opening us up for the more creative things because it can automate the stuff that we don't really want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree with that, and I subscribe to that the Greys could be us from the future coming back to check on the planet, and maybe guiding us to get to where they're at or where we messed up or something like that. So I completely agree with that.
PNL said like kind of like not teaching cursive anymore. I agree. And it was so funny because she was looking at some of her baby pictures, and they were professional ones that I had to actually like write her name in chalk and stuff. And I wrote her name in cursive, and she was, "Mom, you can write in cursive?" And I'm like, "Yes, I can."
Somebody sent my son a birthday card or something. He's 19 now. He couldn't read it because they wrote it all. It might have been my mom a long time ago or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
he couldn't. Oh, no, it was my mother-in-law sent him a card. He couldn't read it because she wrote everything in cursive and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is how we're going to take over the world.
That's
Us
right.
millennials and older.
That's right.
Yeah.
We can write in code they'll never understand.
And we can drive a stick shift.
Only my oldest daughter learned cursive, and she's about to turn 27, and my middle is 24, and so somewhere in between that they stopped teaching cursive, at least in Alaska. I don't know about the rest of the United States, but in Alaska they stopped it around there. So that's crazy that they stopped it like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel so old.
You. Yeah.
I don't know.
I hear ya.
We've gone on some interesting tangents today, and very little of it paranormal.
Yeah,
Like
this is what we do.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I love it. I love laughing and doing weird things.
Yeah.
That's why we started a show, because we like
That's
laughing
right.
and doing weird things.
Yeah.
Jen
And we
said,
like when
"Oh
people
my
watch
God."
it.
What did you say?
I said, and we like when people watch us do weird things.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What did you think I said?
I didn't hear watch us do weird things. I just heard like when people watch us. I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Oh, that's the other channel.
Oh, that's okay.
So
That's another kind of tea time.
Tower just made a comment about kids don't know how to read analog clocks, cursive, use calculators for basic math. I can at least say that in our area, she does know how to read an analog clock. And like she's about to be in 3rd grade, so they're not using calculators or anything, so they are using other forms, but I'm glad they're still learning some of the older stuff. So yeah,
I remember when I was in grade school or high school, probably high school, math teachers would always say, you're never going to have a calculator with you, so get used to writing it all out.
Yes
That'll show her.
Back in the 90s,
in your pocket at all times.
Yeah, we got a
or
calculator.
You're going to need to know how to do research because you're not always going to have access to a computer in your pocket.
Wherever you go.
But we had to make it easier for ourselves because, like, I don't know about you, but we had a whole ton of those Encyclopedia Britannicas. You're not always going to have access to those big ass books.
Right,
volume A is like this, So we had to make it in a
we had to go
easier
to the library.
We did. Yeah.
I went to the
card
library.
catalog.
Oh my God. Oh man, looking through
and
those
the microfiche.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
They sure were.
I'm so happy that so many things are digitized now because like when I'm doing research on a location or something, there's so many newspapers and so many things that are digital. I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah. See, I feel like you hit the jackpot, Nicole, because you are at the perfect age where you got to learn some of that old stuff, but you've also gotten to be like put right into the technology. Whereas we had to wait at least until after high school to get into anything with technology. And so we've kind of slowly had to, learn it, which a lot of us have been a little reluctant to do so because it's hard.
Yeah, I think like 10 years or something after I left high school, I went back there and just kind of even walking around the school, it just seemed so different.
Yeah. Didn't it feel
Computers
smaller?
everywhere. Yeah, it did. It did. It just felt really bizarre. But and going back to the school now, walking through my son's classes and stuff. I mean, he's in college now.
Yeah.
But they don't have books anymore, and actually they do have some, but you're kind of wondering why. I mean, everything's on laptops or iPads and everything like that. So
Yeah.
that's just bizarre. So yeah.
So I do kind of want to backtrack a little bit because Bree said grays are man-made. I don't think I've ever heard that before, but I don't think they would be man-made because they're so much smarter than us. They have technology that's way beyond ours. So how would they be man-made?
Man-made from the future or man-made like from today?
That's weird.
Wouldn't it have to be today technically for them to be man-made, to be going to be from the future and come back?
Yeah.
No, future humans could send them back in time because time is not linear.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Interesting. Grays are man-made.
Hey,
sure
Lisa's
She's probably gonna
here.
comment on it.
Oh, I see. You got Facebook going over there too. Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
That's what I was
Facebook,
saying
YouTube.
before. We're
Mhm.
live on my Facebook page, on Full Moon's Facebook page, on Paranormal Tea Time's Facebook page, and then on YouTube.
Nice.
So we're all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hello to everybody wherever you're watching.
Yeah. Come in, subscribe, have fun.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, because we have fun.
Yeah.
We drink tea or tea adjacent things and bullshit for an hour every week.
Yeah.
There's water in tea.
There's
There
a lot
is.
of water in tea. Yep.
There's also water in
That's
beer.
right.
So anyway.
So what else we got going on?
Yeah. No, I lost my train of thought like mid-sentence. But my brain got abducted for a minute. I was gonna ask you, Paul, like, why paranormal? Like you said, you've always wanted to be in like broadcasting.
That is really bizarre because a lot of people that do these things have encounters that that this is like therapy for them, or they want to figure out what it is and everything. But that's completely not how I got into it.
Okay.
I had been doing podcasting for many years pre-COVID, and nothing really seemed to catch on. I was doing like a sports show that didn't catch on. Then I was like a producer for a general interest political show, and like I was bored out of my mind with that one. And then I did here in St. Louis. No one really follows or broadcasts high school sports. So I did one. I kept thinking, okay, this is going to be great. I'm going to be talking to all kinds of athletes, coaches, and stuff. This is gonna be it. It didn't. It lasted 2 months. So then one day I was just recovering from knee replacement surgery 3 years ago, and somehow I got a hold of a book by a guy named T. Krulos about Mothman. So I'm reading it, and in the back of the book is his contact information, his email and stuff. So I'm like, I never do this. I'm going to email this guy and just kind of tell him that, hey, I'm thinking about. I've always watched like the paranormal TV shows and everything. I've always been interested in it, and stuff like that. But I never really seen or heard anything that I knew of. And later on, I kind of talking to other people, I figured that, oh, wow, that's something weird like that happened to me before. But anyway, he emailed me back and said, why are you thinking about it? Just do it. So I'm like, okay. So I started it. And that was 3 years ago, and I'm still doing it. And I'm just, I love it. It gives me a chance to use something that I went to school for. And then, actually do this. And it's just so much fun, talking about this, going on investigations, meeting people, talking about their encounters and stuff. And it's just an incredible journey. And I can't imagine, being 53 and not doing this. It's just so much fun.
Yeah. It's like when you start delving into this stuff and you really get into the field of it, like, I'm not gonna lie, at least for me, like it's not just a passion, it's not just a hobby, it's like it's a part of your soul.
Right.
Like, you connect to it and it just becomes part of your persona as well. So yeah,
Right.
I get
Exactly. And the more you do it, the more you want to go back and do it.
Yes.
Right. I remember after the first investigation I went on, it was so neat. I got a disembodied voice and everything, and I thought I saw a shadow figure, but it wasn't. I was kind of pissed off at that, but it's fine.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, what's next? Where are we going to go to next? And I had this great group of friends that are helping me do this stuff, and I'm learning so much from them and everything. So it's just great, and getting into the woods now and then. So it's fun. Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your favorite location that you've been to?
Well, there's one that's close to here, where I live, about an hour away, called Emmaus Asylum. That has a lot of everything in it. It's surrounded by woods. There's cryptids in the woods. We've heard howls. We've heard growling there. We caught a footprint, an 18-inch footprint there.
Wow.
Which ended up being like 20 yards from where we were sleeping, which is a little unnerving. But that's one that's local, that's easy to get to, and there's always something going on there.
Yeah.
Like I said, cryptids, ghosts, stuff
cool.
in the sky that you can't explain. But then there's one that I think is my favorite, not just because it's 2 or 3 stories, 50 some odd rooms, each has a different spirit attached to it, or a different haunt in there. And it's just a great place to go. The curator there is called Ray County Museum. The curator, Kathy, is just an incredible person. And I love supporting people who are just, fantastic people like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Awesome.
unfortunately, it's all the way out by Kansas City, which is like a 4 hour drive or so.
Yeah.
But that's a fun place to go, and that's the only place that I've ever slept in one other one, but you spent the night there, and nothing's gonna hurt you there. So
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Whatever it was that left that footprint probably stumbled upon you and was like, "Oh my God, humans!" and ran off.
Yeah.
I mean, 18.5-inch footprint. That's got to be a pretty
huge.
good size thing.
Yeah, that's big.
I don't know that I'd be scared of me if I were that ball.
Have you had like any of your Bigfoot people that kind of analyze that and be like, all right, this is probably how tall it was based on the footprint?
So I was lucky enough to have Natalie with me when we found that, and we just happened to find it by mistake. She was filming something over at Emmaus, and we were across the street, and we were kind of walking the tree line, and a group of us stayed in the Airbnb there the night before, and we just sat out in the driveway there, kind of just talking, and we would see these white lights in the trees behind the asylum and kind of back behind the Airbnb and stuff, and we heard weird noises and stuff. And then we found that footprint the next day. I sent it off to Brian Bowden, and he swears that it's a Dogman print.
Really?
Yeah. So I
So
mean,
did you find just one print, or was there like a set? Or...
There was another one that was 5 feet behind it, maybe. So there was a pretty good sized gate there.
Good sized stride, yeah.
Yeah. And but I mean, that print, you couldn't really tell it. I took a picture of it. You couldn't really see it.
Yeah.
Couldn't really tell what it was. But the other one, you could see the heel, the toes, and everything. So that was pretty cool. I mean, again, I wasn't even trying to find it, and I found it, and then I'm like, damn, this is pretty damn fun.
So, but that's alone, the fact that you found a series of them is pretty unique, because usually it's one print.
Yeah.
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 So we're talking probably 15 plus feet. It had to be.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like envisioning like my own stride, and I'm 5'2" on a good day. And so like just the calculations, like it's got to be around between 15 to 20 feet. That's pretty
Yeah.
ginormous.
And where did these things go? You know, I mean,
Mhm.
there was
$1 million
no,
question, man.
yeah, I mean, there was no evidence of it making tracks inside the woods. Granted, I was in shorts and flip flops. I wasn't about to go in the woods. Natalie wasn't ready
Yeah.
to go in the woods. So like, okay, we're not going to go in after that. We didn't see any structures or anything broken that was
Yeah.
high up or anything right inside the tree line. But you know, what was that? I mean,
Mhm.
Shaquille O'Neal isn't in town. Who, I mean,
Shout
we
out
don't
to
have a
Shaquille.
basketball team. Yeah.
Right? Running
We
through
don't,
the woods.
yeah. I mean, with just 3 toes.
Yeah, and no shoes on.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, what does that? I mean,
Yeah.
when people question that, and I'm like, okay, I get it that you don't believe it. That's completely fine. But what can you say that can make that size print? Well,
Mhm.
basketball player or something, a football player. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
But
miles
no.
and miles away from St. Louis. We don't have a football team or a basketball team. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have these people just walking around in the woods.
Yeah.
Barefoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
So
it's interesting, the skeptics and the debunkers, because they'll be like, all right, so this might have happened, or you might have faked it, or this, but it didn't. Like, if you know that you didn't fake it, and that's the only explanation they're offering,
yeah,
then it's
There's
not really
always
plausible debunking.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
there's always going to be people out there like, you totally faked it. You're pulling the wool over our eyes, stuff like that. And you just have to like blink them out.
Yeah, and and that's just kind of my theme for the show too. That we don't know what other people saw, so
Yeah.
who are we to question what they're going through, what they saw, what happened to them? So I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to them to convince us what they saw and what they felt and what they experienced.
Yeah.
And 99% of the time, you know if they're full of shit. No, but 99% of the time they're right on. I mean, the stories don't change much, but it's pretty much they're telling the truth, and
Yeah.
I believe a lot of what I hear. So
That's something that during, my experience podcasting, like, I went into this thinking, I'm going to call people out on their bullshit, because some of these stories are just so crazy.
Yeah.
And I had like that moment. I feel like everybody has that moment. But we had somebody on, and when I heard what he was going to talk about, I was fully prepared to be like, all right, I'm going to poke holes in his story. I'm going to be like, no, you're crazy. But then he got on and he was talking about his experience so like earnestly, that whether or not this physically actually happened, that was his experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whether or not it was like out of body experience or some kind of like government program that, they put these memories in just to see if they could, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
well, look
I
at,
choose my whole outlook on it.
Look at Travis Walton. And like, Paul, you're familiar with him, right? Okay. So when you I've had the pleasure of actually meeting him in Pine Bush at an event, and he was doing, he was just talking about his story. When you look at all the BS he had to go through, all the naysayers, people saying it's fake, but whenever you actually talk to him and you see the emotion that's actually crossing his face and you can feel it coming off of him, like, it speaks volumes to me on the legitimacy of his story,
Yeah.
and I find it incredible. And he's such a humble, gentle, kind person.
Yeah.
You would not think that this man would hold on to this story if it was fake for all of these years. There's just no way.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? He's at this point in time, he's not really making any money off of it anymore anyway.
Yeah.
So it's people like that, like, you could just, like I said, you can see it on their face and you can feel the emotion that they, have whenever they talk about it. So it's incredible sometimes.
Another great example, I had this gentleman on last night, Dan O. Hamilton from the Cryptid podcast. Go watch that. And I'm not plugging my stuff, but go watch that. This guy, he had an encounter with a Bigfoot that actually ended up killing his brother. And he's never really talked about his paranormal encounters. He's talked about the Bigfoot one a lot.
Yeah. Wow.
It's amazing. This guy wears his heart on his sleeve. He cries every time he tells that story. And I had him on last night. I'm like, dude, I really don't want to put you through that again. So
Yeah.
let's go to paranormal or whatever. And of course it went right back to that. So great.
Yeah. You should
But
post it, like repost the story somewhere so we can be able to watch it.
I'll send if
Yeah, send us a link.
yeah, I'll get you a link for it. But I mean, the paranormal encounters that he's had, he was talking to a little girl who, I mean, he had full-blown conversations with her, and he had no idea when he was talking to this girl that she had been dead for a month or two.
Wow.
Yeah.
And she's just a spirit.
Yeah.
And he went back a little while after that and asked the parents, well, how's whatever the girl's name was? Oh, she passed away a long time ago. So I mean, that was incredible. And how do you make that stuff up? How do you make that up? And then how do you make yourself get so emotional over stuff like that?
Yeah.
You can't.
No.
I mean, maybe some people.
No.
You know, I dropped the link to that episode in the.
Oh,
in the
thank
chat.
you. Thank you.
Oh, great.
Not a lot of actors can't even do that.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, when you hear stuff like that, this guy is telling the truth 100%.
Yeah.
And even if people aren't, who are we to say that they're not telling the truth? I mean, we didn't walk in their shoes. We didn't see what they saw.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different way of looking at things, because all right, whether or not it's real, it's their reality. Like, a schizophrenic person, they're hearing voices. Like, just because we're not hearing them doesn't mean they aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And when you are around like people with schizophrenia, like I knew someone personally that went through it, and the experiences that he would experience were very, very real to them. Even though it sounded totally wackadoo to us, we knew it wasn't real, but there was no telling him when he was in the manic episodes. There's no telling them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys want to hear my crazy God's helmet story?
Yes.
Yes.
Nicole, did you hear it?
We briefly talked about the God helmet, but
okay. So, I was investigating a place called Arcadia Academy down in Arcadia, Missouri, actually. And I was with a group of people from Blondes and Booze, and a lady named Terry Mosby was there, and she has this God's helmet. And if you're unfamiliar with what a God's helmet is, it looks like a Transformer helmet, but it has lights and wires and stuff on the inside of it to kind of put you in a more relaxive state to be able to see things and stuff. So we were on a show. Bigfoot Michigan Rob had a show on Saturday night, and we did our live investigation with him. So Terry had I'm getting chills. Terry had the God's helmet on, and really you only want to do this for about 10-15 minutes at a time, because it messes you up if you go under there longer. So she gets on the God's helmet, and this academy used to be a Civil War hospital. And we were in the actual hospital ward. It was an old brick building, so it supposedly was still from the Civil War. And she was sitting on a couch. I was facing her. She was up against the wall on the couch. And to her right was another wall. To her left, my right, because I had the camera, was a little like 3 steps, and it went down to like a laundry area, another room to a laundry area. I don't know what it would have been before all this. So she has the God's helmet on. She's obviously looking at me on the camera. I'm filming her, and she keeps looking over down the steps, and she says, oh, there's a guy down here that keeps watching us and kind of coming out of the room and watching us, and some kids come out of the room watching us. And then she says she can see nurses behind me, running, with patients and stuff and getting supplies or whatever, running back and forth. And then there's a few of them that were standing behind me, just kind of watching what we were doing. So, and then during this part of the show, when Terry was under the God's helmet, Brian Bowden came in to chat, And he was really active in chat. And if you guys don't know Brian, he's a remote viewer. So I mean, he was down in Florida. He could see what we were at. So Terry finished the session, and I can't remember if it was Brian or BMR that said, Paul, why don't you put the helmet on and see what you get? I'm like, because I had been kind of thinking about it because I wanted to do it, but I hadn't really seen much before. So I don't know if it would work. And I didn't want to be the one guy that uses the God helmet. Oh, I don't see anything. I just, nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it. And at this point, Brian was on the show. BMR sent him the link. Brian just hopped on and he said, okay. And he had never been to this location before. Excuse me. So he said, okay, you need to go out of the room that you're in, go outside, make a left. You're going to see a driveway, go down the hill, make a left, go down the hill. You're going to see a building that has a white awning and a door under it. Go in that door and then make a right. And I'm like, I knew this guy was good before this. And I'm like, okay, how in the world does he know this? He's never been here. And I'm like, all right, we'll do it. Sure enough, went out, turned left. There's a driveway, went downhill. Okay, get to that corner, turn left. Well, there's a white awning with a door. So, okay, all right. So he was pretty accurate there. So we get in there, and it used to be, I think at the time, it was priest quarters or something like that. So we get in this room, and there's a 10 foot long table. I was at the head of the table. There was two actual people, Terry and somebody else behind her. They were filming me. And on each corner of the room were 7 foot doors with the fire glass above it. So, and that's kind of important to note. So before I put the God's helmet on, Brian said, Paul, take a deep breath. Something really incredible is going to happen. Just, take a deep breath and just enjoy the encounter, enjoy the ride. It's going to be amazing. You were right about getting to this room. So, okay. So I did that. I put the God's helmet on. And at the time, I only saw like the white noise. I didn't really see objects or anything else, but I saw the white noise, and I knew I could feel Terry and the other person behind her. I could feel them right off to my right. So all of a sudden I get this feeling that I sent somebody in front of me sitting at the other end of the table. I didn't see him. So I said, is there somebody in front of me? And Brian said, yeah. It's an older gentleman, white hair, kind of scruffy beard, hair slipped back, kind of almost like a grandfather figure. And the way he described it was my grandfather. And later on, I sent him a picture and said, yeah, that's the guy that we saw. And he said that he was smiling, just beaming. He was so proud of me, and everything, and just so happy to see me there, and happy. I'm upset that I didn't get to see him, but you know how you feel when you're in a room full of love and everybody's there for you, and you just feel at peace and everything, and that's kind of how I felt. And then all of a sudden, I felt something touch my shoulder. And I'm like, okay, Brian, is there somebody else here? Something just touched. I can't remember which shoulder it was. Something just touched my shoulder. He said, yeah, it's your dad. I'm like, oh shit. So it was, my dad was back here again, beaming like crazy. I at the time I thought it was my mom's dad that was sitting in front of me, but I think it was my dad's dad that was sitting in front of me. And then Brian, I couldn't see dad. I couldn't see my grandpa. I couldn't see anything else in the room. And then Brian said, there are a lot of other family members in the shadows, just keeping everything away from you that's evil in the house. And Brian even said that this room just feels like a huge amount of love in this room and everything. And honestly, that's how we all were when everybody was alive. We would all be together and we'd all be happy and everything. One of those weird happy families. But and then at the end, Brian said, there's one other thing in the room with you. Do you see anything? And I look and I look and I look, and I'm still seeing a lot of white noise. In the corner of the room on my right, above that door, 7-8 feet tall, even with the window, was a gray alien head. Yeah. And I'm not joking at all. My family was there. Gray alien head was in the corner of the room. I'm like, holy shit.
Wow.
So, I that was one experience, and that was the moment that, Brian and I, we're forever going to be connected because of that.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing thing that happened. It was just,
Well, I find it fascinating that they were keeping away any of the more negative spirits away from you, but they allowed you to be in the vicinity of an alien.
mhm. But it was, up against the wall. I don't know if they were in there keeping it there or whatever. I allowed it in a room or whatever. But yeah, it they every time I go on one of these, I always keep. My dad left a rosary that I take with me all the time, and he's always with me. I'm always asking them to protect me, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, everybody else to be here. And Jilly's done readings where she's seen my grandma back here and everything. So
Funny
Yeah.
thing is, for the past at least 5 minutes since you've been telling this story, I've been hearing, I'm glad he finally found Jesus.
okay, that's weird.
But I wasn't sure if it was meant for you or maybe somebody that's watching. So I just, but then you said you carry around your rosary, and I'm like, that's it. It's for him.
Wow. Yeah. I mean,
Did you find Jesus?
I guess. I mean, he might have been in the room. I don't know, but I didn't see him. I felt peace. I don't know.
Whose turn was it to watch Jesus? Nobody can find him.
Well, the interesting thing is it's not I'm glad you found God, it's I'm glad you found Jesus.
Mhm.
Like you obtained your spirituality, and
Mhm.
like you're turning to Christianity or what have you.
The weird thing that you say that is, I found a note that my dad had left, and they always do this, and then they die, and then you find this
Yeah,
note, and
yeah.
you can't ask any questions. I don't like that. So if you're listening, Dad, damn it. No kidding. It was something along the lines of, he wishes he could have been a better Christian father to me, or something like that. I don't know. And what you just said kind of made me think of that
So
now. So
it
I'm
kind
like,
of
yeah.
pinpoints it.
Yeah, so maybe that was meant for me. I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, that note sucked.
Aw.
But yeah, that's one story that
Messages.
I'll never forget, and I'll
Yeah.
never get tired of telling that.
That's
So,
amazing.
advice, if you're ever leaving a note, like in a book or something, make sure it is detailed and clear so that nobody finds it after you're gone
Mm-hmm.
and wonders about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Mickey
G or McKay.
McKay?
No, it's Mickey.
Mickey?
Somebody called her McKay, and I always call her McKay now. Funny story with her.
Well, hey, you.
She's been with me for almost, I don't know how long, a long time. Great friend. We had somebody in the chat that was just causing all kinds of trouble. And I went in to, how you go in and you could ban somebody.
Mhm.
I went and I did that. But right as I was about to click it, the chat moved. It went on hers, and I ended up banning her from a show. Like, oh my God, I felt so bad.
Oh no.
I felt so bad. But she's really good about it.
But you got it worked
Shout
out,
out.
obviously.
Yeah.
And hopefully has a good sense of humor about
She
it.
does.
Yeah.
She does.
So we're
It was on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
accidentally on purpose.
Right. No.
So we are coming up. We are actually over the hour mark. It goes so fast.
It does.
does.
We do a thing at the end of the show where we go around and we just say one good thing that happened this week. So I'll give you a second to think because we put you on the spot. Steph, you want to start?
Yesterday my daughter and I went and got our nails and toesies done, and I got my Summerween little
Oh,
ghosty with the little flower. And we put on she doesn't have pierced ears, but we have our matching necklaces too, with our teapots and our you know, I've got the saucer cup, so she's got the teapot on hers.
I have
So,
those
yeah.
exact earrings.
Yeah, aren't they wonderful? So it was just kind of nice to have a nice mommy daughter day, spa
Yeah.
day type of thing. So
That's cool.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
My good thing that happened this week was I got to spend time with some family for the 4th of July that I haven't seen in a little bit, and that was really nice. We did a nice firework display and had a good little barbecue.
good.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Paul, what's yours?
Not to copy that, but I'm gonna. So we had a bunch of friends over on 4th of July. You know, we hadn't, gotten around to see everybody in a long time. So it was good to see everybody, laughing, drinking, having a good time, barbecuing, eating and stuff, and that was fun. But actually, I got another one. I was off the last 2 days, and I love to edit videos, and I was able to yesterday and today spend a whole lot of time editing this video that's coming out next week, editing that down. So I love doing that stuff. So I finally had peace and quiet to do that. So yeah, wasn't rushing around. So
Yeah,
That's great.
that's good.
I don't know how you do it. I hate editing. That's why I do lives, because I can't do it.
yeah, I don't like doing pre-recorded shows too much. If like if I'm interviewing somebody from England, Australia, and they can't make it to those
Yeah.
times that I'm live, then yeah, I'll do that. No problem at
Yeah.
all. Accommodate
Yeah.
them. But if I can avoid it, I won't. And this is just a little short story thing that I do,
Great.
little 10-minute thing. So yeah,
Right,
it's cool.
so we'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
So,
cool.
where everybody can find you, Paranormal Paul.
Paranormal Among Us
On-
on YouTube. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, all your other podcast outlets and stuff. But the video one is on YouTube. And then we have the morning mix on Friday mornings at 7 on YouTube.
Perfect. All
Yep.
right.
And for full moon,
Yep.
we have coming up August 1st. We have a fundraiser at the Walden House in
Mhm.
Walden, New York.
Yep.
And we're doing a gallery read with psychic medium Amory and Mark DiNardo. The Tech
Yes.
Wizard is going to be there. So it's going to kind of be a science meets psychic night. So
Yep.
we're going to really dive deep into what's going on over there at
Yeah.
the Walden House. Some tickets are still available
Nice.
for that.
Yeah.
July 30th, we have Paranormal Night at Kestrel Tavern. We just put that info up on social media, on
If you
Eventbrite.
missed out on the last one, sorry, it was haunted objects. It was really awesome. So you got to come to the next ones because we have so much fun.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a screening of Haunted Tri-State, our episode of Haunted Tri-State, and doing a little Q&A about paranormal entertainment, things like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next week, we are back again, same time. Who is our guest next week? Where'd you post it?
My Post-it. You know what I didn't do? I didn't write down the dates.
Next week, we
is it
have
Jenny?
Jenny Colucci.
Yeah, Jenny.
She is awesome.
Isn't she beautiful?
And you know
Yeah.
what? Her and Anthony invited me up to New Jersey next year.
Cool.
So if I make it up
Are
there,
we gonna
and
hang out?
yes, I'm hoping to
Very
make it up there
cool.
next year. So I would love to meet you guys and hang out and see some cool stuff. So
I'm gonna
Awesome.
crash whatever you're doing because we're good friends with Jenny. So
hey,
Jenny,
that's fine.
what
Do
are
it.
you doing?
Do it.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Paul, for coming on. Everybody, go
No
follow
problem.
Paul if you don't already,
Mhm.
and we will see you guys next week.
Remember to love your pets, love each other, love yourself.